12th Botany Chapter 6 Principles of Ecology. In this part, under the heading Biotic Factors, we are going to discuss about negative interactions. In the previous video, we discussed about positive interactions. In this part, we shall discuss about negative interactions. These interactions are negative interactions because it involves two members. Among the two members, one is benefited, another one is harmed, or both are harmed. Predation, parasitism, competition, amensalism are the types of negative interactions. Predation involves the interaction between predator and prey. Here one is benefited and another one is harmed. Parasitism is an interaction between parasite and host. Here also one is benefited, another one is harmed. In competition, both the members are harmed. Competition may be interspecific or intraspecific. Competition within the species or competition between two different species. Amensalism is an interaction between two different species. Here one of the species is neither benefited nor harmed, but another one is inhibited. Let us see the interactions one by one. Predation is an interaction between the predator and the prey. Here the predator is benefited. It kills and eats up the prey. What is called as predator? The organism which kills another organism is predator. What is prey? The organism which is killed is called the prey. Here the predator is benefited and the prey is harmed. Insectivorous plants are the examples of the predators. Nepenthes pitcher plant, it traps insects to get nitrogen because the plants do not get proper nitrogen from the soil. So the plants trap insects. Here the insect is prey and the plant is predator. Drosera, sundew plant, is also an insectivorous plant. Dionia, Venus fly trap. Utricularia, bladderwort, is also an insectivorous plant. They are predators. Many herbivores are predators. Camels, cattle, goats. At least 25% of the insects are phytophagous insects. They eat the leaves, suck the sap, or damage many parts of the plants. So these herbivores and insects are predators. They affect the vegetation in a particular area. The host plants also, or host organisms also, develop some mechanisms to escape from the predators. Calotropis produces highly poisonous cardioglycosides. Tobacco plant produces nicotine. Coffee plant produces caffeine. Cinchona plant produces quinine. Cacti produce latex. The latex, quinine, caffeine, nicotine, these chemicals produced by the plants give protection from the predators. Bougainvillea plant has thorns. Opuntia has spines. The spines, thorns and chemicals act as defense mechanism that help the plants escape from the predators. Parasitism is an interaction between a parasite and a host. Here parasite is benefited and the host is harmed. One of the members is larger. The smaller partner is parasite and larger partner is host. There are two kinds of parasitism. Holoparasite, or it is called a total parasite, hemiparasite or partial parasite. Total parasites fully depend on the host. Partial parasites depend on the host for minerals and water. Partial parasites are photosynthetic organisms. They do not take food from the host. Now let us see holoparasites. They are non-photosynthetic organisms. They do not have green leaves. They are called as total parasites. They fully depend on the host. They depend on the host for minerals, water and food. Cuscuta is an example of total parasite. It is a stem parasite. Here the weak stem plant coiling around the support is cuscuta, and the support plant is host plant. It is a stem parasite. Now let us see the enlarged view of the host and parasite. Here what is parasite? The cuscuta is parasite. The supportive plant is host. This is enlarged view, and the yellow color stem is parasitic stem. It is a cuscuta plant, and this is a cross section of host stem. Parasitic plants produce special roots called as hastoria. The hastoria penetrate into the body of the host plant. This is hastoria. In this case, the hastoria enter into the xylem and the phloem of the host plant to get water, minerals and food. So cuscuta is a total parasite. Its hastoria penetrate into the phloem and xylem. Cuscuta has association with acacia and duranta plants. Now let us see some total root parasites. Balanophora is a total root parasite. Orobanche is a root parasite. Rafflesia is a root parasite. It produces largest flower. These three are total root parasites. Cuscuta is total stem parasite. Hemiparasites are called as partial parasites. They are photosynthetic organisms. They have green leaves. Here also partial stem parasites and partial root parasites. Stem parasites penetrate into the stem, but they penetrate into the xylem alone. The hastoria do not penetrate into the phloem. Viscum is a partial stem parasite. It gets nutrients, it gets minerals and water. It does not take any food from the host. It has green leaves. It is photosynthetic. Loranthus is also an example for partial stem parasite. Santalum album is a partial root parasite. Sandalwood plant. The root of the sandalwood plant is parasitic. It gets minerals from the host plants. Competition involves the association between two members. Here both are harmed. Both the partners are harmed in competition. Competition may be intraspecific competition, that is, competition between the members of the same species, or interspecific competition, competition between two different species. Intraspecific competition will be very severe because all the members depend on the same source, all the members have same adaptation. When there is overcrowding, the members of the same species of plants struggle for the space and sunlight, etc. Now let us see interspecific competition. When there is plenty of water and nutrients are available, grasses grow well. At that time, the competition will not be severe. Due to shortage of water during summer, the grasses slowly disappear. At that time, the competition among the herbivorous animals will be very severe. The interspecific competition among the herbivorous animals will be very severe during drought condition. At that time, they may migrate to some other areas. Caterpillars and grasshoppers struggle with each other for leaves. In the forest, the herbs, shrubs and trees, all the three different groups, herbs, shrubs, trees, face struggle mainly for sunlight and pollination, seed dispersal, fruit dispersal, etc. The competition among herbs, shrubs, trees is an example of interspecific competition. Utricularia is an insectivorous plant. It is an aquatic plant. It competes with big fishes. There is competition between big fishes and Utricularia plant to capture small fishes and insect larvae, etc. This is also a good example for interspecific competition. Amensalism is an interaction between two groups. One is neither benefited nor harmed, but another one is suppressed or inhibited. Activity of one member is inhibited. In amensalism, one of the members produces antibiotic substances. So this association is called as this antibiosis. Example, Penicillium notatum produces the chemical penicillin. It inhibits the growth of many bacteria, especially Staphylococcus. Trichoderma is a fungus. It inhibits the growth of another fungus, Aspergillus. Black walnut. The root of black walnut and hulls. Hulls means the outer shells. The roots and hulls of black walnut secrete an alkaloid, gingelone. This alkaloid inhibits the growth of apple, tomato and alfalfa seedlings. When apple, tomato, alfalfa seedlings grow around the roots and hulls of black walnut, the growth is inhibited. So in this part we have learned different kinds of negative interactions.